Good morning and welcome to Leadership Tip Tuesday with Coach Ellis. This is the day I spend just a few minutes with emerging, existing, and exiting leaders talking about the principles of leadership. It doesn't matter whether it's a military organization or a family, a large church, or a small business. These principles are pretty much the same. When I was a young officer in the Army, I had a boss who kept telling us that it's all about the process. It doesn't matter what the end state is if your process is wrong. Your process is wrong. You can get to the right answer, but it will not stay the right answer. And every time he said it, I said, that's the craziest thing I ever heard. But then when I read John Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, the third principle is the law of process. What is this law of process? What does this really mean, Lady D? And I began to realize as I look back over my life, nothing ever happens substantially without a process. If I take my car into the shop to get it fixed, I can't just show up and say, fix it. They must diagnose it. There's a process. And in that process, we learn about these sub-principles that John Maxwell talks about. I call it the lag. Learn, apply, adjust, grow. Learn, apply, adjust, grow. Here's what I mean. Every day we're learning. Every day we get new information, a new look at old information, or a new context in which we apply that information. We learn every day. Every time we see, we hear, we smell, we taste, we touch, we are gathering information. And in the process, in this law of process, learning is essential. In fact, what happens is as we learn new things, as we put them in a brain housing group, as we read new ideas, as we read old ideas and gain new insights, it gives us the ability now to look at life, look at situations, circumstances, and conditions a little differently. So after we learn something, after we read it, we hear it, we stumble across it, we must then go and apply what we've learned. So this application piece, this ability to apply, means simply to take what we've gathered through our academic processes, through our empirical processes, through our gathering of information, and apply it to the situation in which we're in. Because let me tell you the truth, if I'm reading a book and John Maxwell says this is the way, that works in the context in which he wrote it in. I have to see which parts of that, all or none, fit into the context in which I am living in. I apply it there. I apply it and I experiment with it. And then after I find out, after I learn more information because I've applied a new principle to an old paradigm, then what I end up doing is I make adjustments. Yeah, this part worked, but this part didn't. And maybe if I tweak this one just a little bit more, I might get more benefit out of it. I begin to adjust. And as I adjust from the application, from my learning, I grow. And then what happens? What happens is I do it all over again. I learn something new. I make more adjustments. I do more applications. I make more adjustments, and I grow some more. If I do this well, then I will continue to spiral on an upward spiral of growth, and I'll become bigger and better each and every day. But if I don't do that well, if I don't take what I've learned and apply it, if I don't apply it and then make some adjustments, I don't grow. And if I don't do this lag principle well, I'll spiral down because the world will not sit still while I remain stagnant. So at the end of the day, nothing changes until something changes. And it changes because we learn something and then we apply what we learn, then we adjust off of that and we grow. My friends, here is the coachable moment. Life is going to happen. Learn, apply, adjust, and grow. Because if you don't grow, you do not go forward to your destiny. Hey, I'm Coach Ellis. You got comments, leave it down below. Hit me up on Facebook at Coach Ellis or email me at coach@elliscrum.net. Until next week, have a one-tabulous, spiraling, process-filled Leadership Tip Tuesday. God bless you. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.